Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Can't stand character destruction. Is this Carter's exit story or a new direction? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton succeeded in his mission to take control of Forrester Creations, but at a high price. Although Steffi and Ridge Forrester are certain that Hope Logan is only using Carter, it is true that she is at his side. Regarding Ridge and Steffi, Carter has allowed himself to be misled and will ultimately only experience heartache. Some would contend that the drawbacks of Hope and Carter's romance outweigh the benefits, even if it lasts for a long time. Carter was Ridge's closest friend and confidant, yet he completely destroyed that relationship. Of course, Steffi and Eric Forrester were also friends with Carter, but they now consider him to be a traitor. Even though Carter has won for the time being, B&B will never allow him to continue running Forrester Creations. Since this isn't Carter's family business, he has no right to take Ridge and Steffi's leadership in this way. Carter's reasons for taking such drastic measures were undoubtedly weak. This was definitely not justified by the cutting of Hope's failed line or the closure of Carter's dangerous global conglomerate concept. Carter seemed to have overreacted and rushed into a plot that would not work out well for him. Carter may eventually lose power and be left with nothing since the show is laying the groundwork for his demise. Carter will truly be at his lowest if he and Hope's relationship doesn't work out either. Many fans are concerned about Carter's future and whether his character can withstand such devastation as a result of this plot. In the comments section of one of his Instagram pictures from September, Lawrence St. Victor dispelled rumors that he was quitting the show. A lot has transpired on screen since St. Victor promised fans he wasn't switching soap operas to Beyond the Gates. Some viewers are once again worried about the likelihood of an exit plot because Carter has seen significant character disintegration in recent months. Carter might end up in a bind and, at the very least, fade into obscurity, much like Liam Spencer has recently done. However, at the conclusion of all of this, Carter might also be given a new path. If Carter saves a Forrester's life or does something else that could win back some of the family's favor, there may be a redemption tale that follows. In any event, Carter's awful behavior has severely damaged his reputation. Stay tuned for further information on Carter's B&B future, as certain modifications must be made in one way or another. We'll share more predictions about Carter's future because spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that he still has some surprises and upheavals to come. The company takeover is explained by Carter's twist and brain tumor. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton appears to be a completely different person now. Carter is a resentful, angry, and bitter person. Additionally, Carter seems to take the statement "you're like family" a bit too seriously. Carter really believes he has a right to Forrester Creations. Would Carter be pardoned and allowed to use a brain tumor plot to justify his actions? Let's discuss potential developments in the CBS soap drama as you read on. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton's craziness. According to B&B spoilers, Carter's bold plan to grow Forrester Creations was the catalyst for his peculiar conduct. When Carter presented the concept, it was accepted. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, does Carter's brain tumor clarify the company takeover? But the answer was no for several reasons. In order to preserve the distinctiveness of being a family-run design brand, Eric Forrester did not want to sell out. It would be too expensive, thought Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Additionally, Carter had just argued for the corporation to invest funds and resources in Hope Logan's fashion line, so it was the wrong time. Carter's idea was ultimately rejected. Carter appeared to take the rejection personally and wasn't taking no for an answer. Carter even asserted, falsely, that they didn't even listen to him. B&B spoilers, I hope Logan finds love on Instagram. Carter began dating Hope around the time of his historic pitch. Carter was quite talkative and direct, which isn't typically how he interacts with women. Carter even mentioned having lingerie fantasies about Hope. They hadn't even shown romantic interest in one another at that moment. Talking to a family friend or coworker in such a way was unexpected and quite unsettling. This was quite different from Carter's usual romantic and gentle demeanor. Despite having only recently begun dating, the two have already declared their unwavering love for one another. Romances on soap operas move quickly, but rarely this quickly. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester betrayed. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge feels completely deceived. In fact, Ridge thought of Carter as a brother. For years, Ridge trusted Carter completely. Carter was even pardoned for having an affair with Quinn Fuller Forrester, then wife of Eric Forrester. Ridge is unable to understand the why behind all of this. Ridge appears to be placing the blame on Hope, yet she is powerless over another person's thoughts. Something else appears to be happening, and Hope is undoubtedly abusing the situation. B&B's mismatch romance, is Finn too boring for a spicy woman like Steffi? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi Forrester thinks she has discovered true, long-lasting love with the most committed man imaginable. Steffi is obviously loved by John Finn Finnegan, who always defends her when necessary. But we must wonder, is Finn too uninteresting for a fiery lady like Steffi? Although Finn is undoubtedly a decent man, he doesn't really have much personality. One advantage of Steffi and Finn is that they are arguably a visually appealing couple. That might be sufficient to support maintaining Finn and Steffi as a strong couple because it matters a lot on a soap opera. After all the years she spent arguing with Hope Logan over Liam Spencer, there's also a certain charm to Finn's exclusive interest in Steffi. It's not like Finn is a huge step down in that regard, but Liam isn't exactly the most interesting man around either. Nevertheless, there are moments when Steffi and Finn's romance is a little flat. The routine between Finn and Steffi is that he does something she dislikes, then he apologizes and decides to do exactly what Steffi wants. With all of Sheila Sharp's mishaps, we've seen that formula repeatedly. As is customary, B&B occasionally includes a spectacular rescue, such as when Finn hurried to free Steffi from Luna Nozawa's prison. Are Steffi and Finn truly meant to be together, even though the TV makes their love appear monumental by playing that great romantic music? Since Finn is essentially Steffi's boring yes man, some fans may argue that he is preventing her from having more exciting love tales. On most days, Finn appears to be a humanized golden retriever that merely wants to give Steffi a pat on the head. Generally speaking, Finn isn't permitted to oppose Steffi or hold his own views for very long. Some viewers may feel that Steffi needs a romantic shakeup because Finn and Steffi's romance is a bit dull as a result. As of right now, Steffi and Finn's marriage is doing well, but what do you think will happen to this couple in the future? Do you want Finn and Steffi to continue their relationship indefinitely or pursue new opportunities? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will rely on Finn to help her cope with the drama surrounding Hope and Carter Walton. Keep checking back for any updates on any significant developments. As Carter Walton's corruption takes center stage and drives a wedge between Brook Logan and Ridge Forrester, Bridge, the most recent drama on The Bold and the Beautiful blows up. Relationships and friendships are put in jeopardy as a result of the betrayals, power struggles, and moral quandaries exposed by this dramatic change in the Forrester world. ### The corruption of Carter is revealed. Long renowned for his commitment and moral character, Carter Walton's image is eroding as a result of his controversial activities. Many are wondering how far Carter will go for love and power after his abrupt alliance with Hope Logan and their startling scheme to seize control of Forrester Creations. The power play * Carter's readiness to take advantage of legal loopholes and rig contracts for the LLC takeover is a sharp contrast to his often moral behavior. His calculating actions disturb the foundation of Forrester Creations and challenge Ridge's leadership. Family fallout * The Forrester family is rocked by the disclosures of Carter's corruption. Others question whether Carter's friendship with Hope has affected his judgment, while Ridge feels deceived by a guy he previously had complete faith in. Eric's disappointment * Carter's long-standing mentor, Eric Forrester, finds it difficult to accept that his protege has chosen a dishonest course. The corporate upheaval gains emotional weight due to Eric's displeasure. Ridge and Brook's marriage is affected by the strain that Carter's corruption places on Forrester Creations. Despite their turbulent past, the couple, who are frequently depicted as a beacon of love, faces yet another obstacle. In support of her daughter, Brook maintains that Hope's relationship with Carter isn't as nefarious as Ridge makes it out to be. She contends that Ridge's charges are overblown and stem from his own incapacity to pardon Hope for previous transgressions. Ridge's fury *. Ridge believes that Carter and Hope have betrayed him in a way that cannot be forgiven. He charges Brook with supporting Hope's actions and destroying the family's reputation. They become deeply estranged as a result of his inability to perceive any value in Brook's viewpoint. Lines drawn *. The bridge split becomes into a metaphor for the greater struggle inside Forrester Creations. Ridge and Brook dig in their heels, making reconciliation seem unattainable due to their divergent allegiances. The consequences of Bridge's disintegration and Carter's malfeasance are extensive. 1. Forrester Creations in chaos *. Steffi, Eric, and Ridge are left frantically trying to recover control of the firm after Carter's actions destabilize it. The family may become more estranged as a result of their attempts to limit the harm. 2. Brook versus Steffi *. The tension between these two women grows as Ridge supports Steffi and Brook defends Hope. Even more heated clashes are fueled by their mutual contempt. 3. Hope's transformation *. Hope's character undergoes a sea change as a result of her participation in the takeover and her alliance with Carter. It remains to be seen if she turns into a true villain or is saved. 4. Carter's isolation *. As his corruption is exposed, Carter faces the possibility of losing both his career and the relationships he values most in his personal life. The backlash could end his romance with Hope. The disarray at Forrester Creations and the gap between Ridge and Brook foreshadow even more conflict in the upcoming episodes. Is Bridge coming to an end, or will Ridge and Brook manage to get back together? Can Steffi and Eric repair the harm caused by Carter's betrayal, and how will they react to it? Has Carter really lost his moral compass, or is his corruption a part of a bigger scheme? Will Hope be able to cope with the mounting criticism, or will she give down under the strain? Keep an eye on * The Bold and the Beautiful as the struggle for dominance, love, and legacy takes center stage. Do Brook and Ridge need to part ways? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester is going too far in holding Hope Logan responsible for Carter Walton's behavior. Like Steffi Forrester, Ridge is blaming Hope for everything, even though Carter was the one who was lusting for her prior to their relationship. Is it time for Brook to give up and move on? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester is loved by Brook Logan. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brook adores Ridge, but she is extremely unhappy with the way he treats her kid. Hope was raised by Ridge, but he has never treated her the same way he loves his kids with Taylor Hayes. Now, Ridge is promoting the idea that Hope was the driving force behind this coup. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, is Brook ready to leave Ridge? How precisely would Hope come up with this notion, given her lack of commercial acumen? Carter took advantage of the fact that Ridge had given him the instruction to make out these LLC documents to target Forrester Creations. Carter didn't need any encouragement because he was the one who was sufficiently agitated to accomplish this. B&B spoilers, Brook Logan has also been turned on by Ridge Forrester. After Brook called CPS on Thomas Forrester, played by Matthew Atkinson, Ridge turned on her and even had their marriage dissolved after all these years. Ridge rushed into Taylor's arms after refusing to believe Brook. Ridge refused to even tell Brook what he was so upset over, and she persisted in professing her innocence. Ridge believed that Brook's guilt was sufficient, regardless of what she stated. When Ridge learned that Taylor was aware of that fact and still intended to marry him, he didn't treat her quite as badly. Ridge only cancelled the wedding, but notice who he is currently confiding in and doing. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brook Logan should get better. Ridge's treatment of Brook and his remarks about her child are unworthy. Nothing that Steffi has ever done has been done by Hope. Hope has only listened to Carter and encouraged his choice. With or without Hope, Carter was adamant about doing this. How can she be held accountable? Brook is starting to see that Carter and Hope are correct. Brook might now turn on Ridge and throw him out. There must be something to be done, so maybe it's time Brook took over. Will Brook leave Ridge to be with Hope and Carter? Will Ridge receive what he is due at last? The dynamics at Forrester Creations are changing due to a new power figure leading The Bold and the Beautiful, and everyone is vying for a position within the organization. While some characters may find their employment secure as alliances are put to the test and rivalries grow, others may find themselves perilously close to being fired. Here's a summary of who might be fired and who is most likely to survive the company reorganization. Forrester Creations has been rocked by the announcement that Carter Walton will be taking over as its new CEO, or another character assuming a position of authority. His contentious rise is the product of calculated moves and maybe some dishonest planning. Priorities are changing under the new administration, and the status quo may not be secure. Hope is unquestionably talented as the creator of the Hope for the Future line. She could be able to keep her job because of her indisputable contributions to the brand's success, even in light of the scandals surrounding her personal life, particularly her relationship with Carter. Her public persona could still lead to conflict, though. In the Forrester dynasty, Steffi is a formidable figure. Carter's ascent may momentarily weaken her leadership, but her solid reputation and close relationships with Ridge and Eric make her invaluable. She will not be defeated easily. Thomas, who is talented and frequently contentious, is likely to survive because of his familial ties and creative abilities. He might turn out to be an ally rather than a casualty if Carter recognizes the benefit of keeping him around. Because Brook has conflicting allegiances to Ridge and Hope, her position is unstable. She may find herself on the outside looking in if she is perceived as interfering or as a liability to the new leadership. Ridge's persistent annoyances and her long-standing rivalry with Steffi don't assist her cause. Justin was once Eric's legal eagle, but his devotion has been called into question, and Carter's ascension may make him obsolete. His employment may be the first to be terminated if he is perceived as a liability or as someone who might betray the new government. Up until this point, Eric's legacy as the company's founder has remained unassailable. In a power struggle, the patriarch might choose to resign or be driven out if Carter's leadership offends Eric. Despite being an institution at Forrester Creations, Ridge's role may be in risk due to his strained relationships with Carter and Hope. If Carter sees Ridge as a danger, the former COO could set up a situation where Ridge's power is reduced. Under the new government, Paris's professional contributions would not be considered crucial, and she has been marginalized in important plots. Carter might be a simple target if she has to make cuts. Luna's status as a more recent member of the Forrester family is uncertain. She might establish a role for herself if she can demonstrate her worth, but a lack of family allies could lead to problems. A few personalities are especially at risk under the new administration, even though none is completely safe. She might be an early casualty because of her affinity with Hope and propensity to interfere in business matters. His involvement might be seen as superfluous, particularly if Carter's legal expertise renders Justin disposable. Without a compelling plot or important allies, Paris might be marginalized or dropped completely. New alliances and unavoidable betrayals will result from the leadership upheavals at Forrester Creations. As everyone tries to find a place, long-standing friendships and familial ties will be put to the test. Will Carter's ascent last, or will his corruption bring him to ruin? Will the new guard eclipse Ridge and Steffi, or can they regain their positions of authority? Will Brook and Eric attack back, or will they be forced into retirement? One thing is evident as the dust settles: the Forrester legacy is changing in a way that will affect everyone. Watch closely to find out who gets the axe and who makes it through the storm. As Brooke Logan refuses to accept the mounting worries about her daughter, Hope Logan, the tension on the bold and the beautiful erupts. With Hope's recent actions drawing criticism and her affiliations igniting debate, Brooke's steadfast support of her daughter is straining her relationships and making many doubt her judgment. Hope's recent behavior has given her a new, rebellious image. Many think Hope is going beyond boundaries she wouldn't have before because of her partnership with Carter Walton and her participation in the power struggle at Forrester Creations. Hope and Carter's collaboration on the LLC takeover is viewed as audacious and dangerous. Others see her as manipulative and power-hungry, despite her assertions that her motivations are business-related. The Forrester family is in disarray as a result of Hope's aggressive behavior towards Steffi and Ridge Forrester. Hope, who was formerly tactful and kind, now comes across as more rebellious and unrepentant. Moral shift *. Even Hope's closest friends and family question whether her recent decisions are the result of a more profound moral shift, and not in a positive way. Although Brook has always been Hope's strongest supporter, her disregard for the warning signs is making her enemies. Blind devotion * Brook maintains that her daughter is just misunderstood and being attacked, even in the face of growing evidence that Hope's activities are harming the family and the business. Dispute with Ridge * Ridge's worries regarding Hope's actions have been greeted with strong opposition by Brook, further dividing their marriage. Ridge believes Brook is oblivious to the danger because of her devotion to Hope. Dismissal of critics * Brook has dismissed criticism from Ridge, Steffi, and even Eric, saying that they are unfairly focusing on Hope because of their prior grievances. The dynamics at Forrester Creations and Brook's relationships are impacted by her inability to face the truth about Hope's conduct. Ridge accuses Brook of encouraging Hope's destructive conduct, further deepening the breach between the two. Their marriage is in danger of failing once more due to their divergent priorities. Steffi and the other members of the Forrester family are at conflict with Brook because of her support for Hope. Brook may become even more ostracized inside the organization as a result of this dispute. Paradoxically, Brook may cause more harm than good by defending Hope. Hope runs the risk of getting even more out of control as she has fewer allies who are prepared to face her head-on. Brook will have to make tough decisions as things get worse. Will Brook continue to protect her daughter at all costs, or will she eventually admit Hope's wrongdoing and step in? Will Ridge and Brook's turbulent relationship come to an end as a result of this latest argument, or can they find common ground? ***. How far will Hope go, and what will happen to Forrester Creations and her family as a result of her actions? As Brook's protective nature collides with the harsh reality of Hope's actions, the drama is sure to get more intense. There is no doubt that the impact will permanently alter the Logan and Forrester families. Keep an eye out.